So let me ask you a question. Do you ever feel awkward when you're trying to sell something, like you're turning into that pushy salesperson that nobody wants to talk to? If so, well, you're not alone. You see, selling doesn't have to feel sleazy. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to do it in a way that feels natural, authentic, and actually feels good. Hey guys, welcome to the video. My name is Joe McCormick, and I've been an entrepreneur for the past 20 years. Now, I'm sure you're probably aware, but you can't call yourself an entrepreneur unless you sell shit. So I've sold everything from personal training packages, websites, keynote speaking gigs, commercial signage, even PEO, which stands for Professional Employment Organization, to C-level executives. So if I know one thing, it's how to sell. If you're building a business, freelancing, or just launching a product, but you dread the idea of selling, trust me, I get it. Selling can feel fake and just plain uncomfortable. But here's the truth: if you avoid selling, you're not just holding back on opportunities for yourself, you're holding back on opportunities for the people that need what you offer. So today, I want to break down 5 powerful strategies to help you sell with confidence without ever feeling like a used car salesperson. Let's dive in. So, the first thing that we need to do is we need to change the word selling to helping. Now, guys, this is a complete mindset shift that changes everything. You're not selling. What you're doing is you're helping, you're providing a solution to somebody's problem. Most people associate selling with trying to talk or convince somebody into giving you money for your product or service. But in real sales, it's all about giving clarity, providing solutions, and giving value. If you don't believe in your heart that you're doing that, look for a different product or service to sell. You can't sell something unless you truly believe in what you're selling. So ask yourself this question: if somebody's struggling with a problem that you can solve, would their life or their business be better if they had your help? If the answer is yes, then it's your job to help them see that. Now, here's a pro tip: start your sales calls or your DMs with curiosity. Don't try to pitch them. Ask them what their biggest challenges are. What problems are they facing right now? What keeps them up at night? What would success look like if I were to help them solve that problem? You see, when people feel heard, they let their guard down, and that's when the true connection actually happens. But keep this in mind: you can't help somebody solve their problems until you ask them the right questions. You need to dive deep into their goals, find out what they truly need. And get this: if your product or service isn't a good fit for them, I never try to force a sale. Naturally, if it is a good fit, they're going to want to exchange their hard earned money for your product or service. Number two is stop pitching and start educating. So you're not trying to pitch your product or service. What you want to do is you want to educate people. You see, nobody wants to be sold to, but everybody loves to learn something new and something that's valuable. That's why education, I believe, is the new sales strategy. You see, when you teach somebody something, you become a trusted advisor. You don't become a desperate salesperson. Here's an example. Let's say you're a personal trainer. Instead of saying, I do fitness coaching, say something like this: most people hit plateaus because they're doing generic workouts and they're not adjusting their macros effectively. So, what I do is I build custom programs so people get results a lot faster with less frustration. You see the difference? You're teaching why the problem exists and how you fix the problem. This makes people think, oh, wow, that person really knows what they're talking about. Maybe they can help me too. Number three is use stories, not scripts. Now, scripts have their purpose, they have their place, yes, but sales scripts could be a little bit overrated. What people respond to the most is stories. That's what they really connect with. You see, human beings are wired to respond to stories because it bypasses their logical way of thinking and it speaks directly to their emotions. And their emotions is what actually triggers them to buy. So try doing this. Try telling stories about past clients who overcame specific challenges, maybe a moment that you were struggling with and what you learned from that moment, why you started your business in the first place. You see, stories create empathy. That builds trust faster than any sales line ever will. Now, here's an example of a story. So, I used to struggle getting clients because I hated sales. Then I realized it's not about selling, it's about listening and helping. So I stopped being pushy and I started asking the right questions. What ended up happening? My business tripled. You see, that's not a pitch, that's real and that's powerful. That's a story. Number four is let them sell themselves. Now, here's a wild truth that I learned over 20 years of selling. The best salespeople barely do any selling at all. In fact, the best salespeople that I know let the prospect do 80% of the talking. They only do 20%. So, how do they do this? Well, they ask the right questions that guide the prospect into realizing that they need help. And then the prospect decides on their own that you're the best one to help them solve their problems. So, what type of questions should you ask a prospect? Well, you can ask them, what's holding you back from hitting your goal right now? What have you tried so far that didn't work out so well for you? If nothing changes, how are things going to look in 6 months, a year, 5 years? You see, the more they talk, the more they convince themselves that they need a solution. And when you position yourself right, it feels like you're the solution. That feels natural. It's not pressure, it's clarity. The fifth and final is make it easy for them to say yes to. Now, you've built the trust, you've shown them value. Now you just need to make it easy for them to take the next step. So I don't want you to do any gimmicks, no scarcity tactics like this is a limited time offer or this deal's only good through such and such. What I want you to do is I want you to just be calm and confident and say something like this. If this sounds like something that can help you, I'd be happy to share how we can work together. You see how that sounds? It's relaxed, low pressure. You see, this style makes you more magnetic. People want to buy from someone who doesn't need the sale. And remember, if it's not the right fit, that's okay. Just let them go. You're not going to chase them. What you want to do is you want to attract them. Okay, guys, let's quickly wrap up this video. Today, we learned 5 ways to increase your confidence when selling and not feel so much like a salesperson. Number 1, we talked about changing the word selling to helping. Educate instead of pitching. Use real stories instead of scripts. Ask, don't push, and make it easy for the prospect to say yes to your product or service. I promise you, if you do this, not only are you going to sell more, you're going to feel a lot better while you do it. No more awkward sales conversations, just real, honest connections. Now, if this video helped you, drop a comment below on what sales tactic you're going to try this week. And if you want more content on business, branding, high trust selling, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on that little notification bell so you never miss a video. I also have a link in the description where you could book a free 45-minute business coaching strategy call with me. I would love to help you grow and scale your business. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Take care and have a wonderful day.